Find neighbor-recommended contractors in your area. Now, you can hire a pre-screened home pro with confidence. Go to redo.servicemagic.com. It's quick, it's free, and there's no obligation. Go to redo.servicemagic.com. That's redo.servicemagic.com.
Everybody's talking at me.
It is the original Talkback with Chuck Wilder here. Hopefully we'll be hooking up with Penny Nance in just a few moments. You know what I want to tell you real quick is that I was looking at some stuff here because we're going to talk about conservative women victories and basically women in politics. Just before I went on the air, I found an interesting thing I thought I would pass on to you. Women and politics. Women have historically been outsiders in politics, legally barred from voting until the 20th century, subsequently handicapped in running for office by lack of campaign funds and exclusion from the inter-sanctia of politic parties. As outsiders, women have often become involved in politics to promote causes, especially those relating to family and community welfare, rather than to build careers. Boy, things have changed on that, haven't they? Although the female politician did not emerge until the 20th century, a long political tradition of advocacy and activism predated women's admission to formal electoral politics. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, middle-class women used their voluntary associations to voice opinions on public policy and seek legislative remedies for social problems. In the process, they pioneered pressure group politics, promoting an issue before the public, mounting petition and letter-writing campaigns to state legislators, urging male voters not to re-elect uncooperative incumbents. In the 1880s, the Women's Christian Temperance Union united women who favored prohibition as a solution to the poverty and domestic violence that often resulted when husbands drank heavily. Temperance women quickly broadened their agenda and invaded the legislature to lobby as Christian mothers for laws authorizing a boys' reformatory to keep juveniles from being incarcerated with adult criminals. That was 1887. Requiring alcohol education in the public schools. That was 1893. Forbidding the sale of cigarettes to minors. That was 1899. And here's one I didn't know. Raising the age of consent for minor girls from 10 to 12 in 1891 to 15, 1895, and to 18 in 1918. At the same time, women participated more formally in the Gilded Age politics by supporting third-party challenges to the Democratic nomination. Sort of some interesting stuff there, and still haven't connected with Penny Nance, but basically we're going to speak with her about what went on there, you know, in the women's elections and how, well, Tuesday's primary. And let me see here. One of the most heavily contested races, the Tea Party favorite, Sharon Angle, surpassed more than a dozen GOP candidates to become the Republican nominee who will face against Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid in November. Now, Republicans in Nevada battled fearlessly for a big prize, chance to take on the Senate seat that Reid has occupied for more than 2 decades, possibly render him the second Democratic Party leader to be ousted by the Republicans in 6 years after Tom Daschle in 2004. Angel, a former Assemblywoman, was in the neck-and-neck race with former state GOP chair Sue Loudon, who was favored by the state's Republican establishment. Now, what started off as a shoestring campaign for Angel morphed it into a $1 million push to derail Loudon. The so-called Tea Party Express funneled $500,000 into her campaign, with hundreds of thousands more coming from other national conservative groups such as the Club for Growth. Now, Angel is an anti-tax crusader an uncompromising conservative. She favors, and this is the sticky part here, because even Harry Reid is saying, hey, I'm glad she's running against me, because here's what she favors, and they say this could be her crutch. She favors abolishing the Department of Education and Energy, phasing out Social Security and Medicare, and removing the United States from the United Nations. Personally, I jump at two of them right away and say, yeah, go for it. Department of Education and Energy, and removing the United States from the United Nations, Now, as far as phasing out Social Security and Medicare, go ahead and do it after I have been planted into the ground, but don't take it away from me now, please. Reid's campaign views Angel's non-mainstream platform as one that can easily be targeted. And even though several incumbents have lost in primaries, Nevada Governor Jim Gibbons became the first sitting governor to lose a re-election bid. Not all is lost, they say, for incumbents. We're going to take a break, and we may just go to our next guest a little early there, because apparently Penny Nance found out that it was TGIF, and she is GONE. We'll return in a moment.